What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Brandon, and I'm back with another episode of the I'm Just Saying podcast. Um, I am sorry, as always. Like I'm always like going through something like nothing crazy, y'all. Nothing crazy. I'm just be thinking in my head a lot. Like I just be writing episodes and trying to find the right answers for them, like and the right trying to get my vibe right. Honestly, it's a vibe thing for me. Y'all know that. Like if I dip off, or it doesn't mean I ain't working on content or nothing like that. It's just I just think I'd be trying to find like my vibe. Like I think I just when I write stuff, I want to make sure it translates to y'all well. So if my energy ain't in it, I ain't gonna do it. So as I go on in the channel, I'm definitely gonna try to continue to post more on a more, you know, frequent basis where I don't have to um really worry about like not posting for like a month or so. But I want to make sure my mic is straight. Give me a second. But I just want to make sure, yeah, that translates to y'all the proper way. Um I just want but I keep this coming up with things like the dating thing is always been interesting, right? And um it's always been a thing where I'm like trying to find out why everybody's going through what they're going through. Like I try to do the real research, if that makes sense. I try to figure out why we are all single. And we're in our early 30s, late 20s, middle 30s, or late 30s. It would all kind of falls through in the same like realm. And I always try to find myself like trying to figure out like why are we single? Like why, and then of course I point fingers at myself like why am I single, like why am I going through the things that I go through when it comes to dating and all the last little situationships and things. I'm always trying to figure out why those are like happening to me. So I find myself diving in deep into the realms of why I have been single for almost, would say, probably 4 years. It's almost coming up on 4 years, and it's been a good 4 years though. Like I've seen a lot, I've been through a lot, and I got a chance to experience a lot. Let's say that, like and I find myself just really having to take breaks in between those situations. Like it's funny, like the older you get, the more time you want to spend by yourself because of what happened to you prior. Um, and in this particular episode is really nothing in depth to like what I'm going through or what I'm talking to, but it kind of talks about why I'm feeling like the way I am. And honestly, to be honest with you, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Like I'm sorry if the static's a little bit in your ear, but like I'm tired, bro. Like I'm not tired. I'm not like physically or anything tired. It's just mentally tired of dealing with weird ass situations in the dating world, or and most of the stuff that I talk about, it really don't be happening to me. It's listening to my people around me and listening to the shit, and like and it kind of like mentally it kind of puts a toll on me because I'm like listening to everybody else's dating woes, and I don't know why the fuck we are even going through these situations. And I don't know how we ended up here when all of us really wanted love at the end of the day. Like who, and then it's always somebody hurt somebody. And I honestly feel like that's not the case at all the time. I don't think we realize that, we can be the ones that make the change. We the ones that it all starts out with. We can change the perception of how dating looks. And it's really up to you and me. So I think we can make a change though. Like I really think this is just like kind of like me podcast vlogging, you know what I mean? Like so um shit, I was just watching a classic movie named or called A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. If you've seen it, if you know, you know. It's it's if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go see it. It was a movie made in 1996 with Martin Lawrence, Lynn Winfield, Regina King. The cast is crazy. I'm sorry, I keep messing with this mic. I'm trying to get this joint to stay loud. Perfect. Trying to stay. Let me fix it. Trying to get this joint right so it don't sound crazy when y'all hear it. But it's a dope ass movie about a player, I guess you could say. And Darnell's his name, Martin's character. And we all know Darnell was smooth as hell. He was that boy, he was that man. He had a couple tings on the line. And he, even though even though some of us might have player ways and we all been on some player shit before, I think player shit is like a season, right? Because we all get older and we all want the one thing that I was talking about earlier, where we just want to be able to grow and find love and whatnot. And so, at the time, like Mia is Regina King's character, and he's trying to rekindle what they had back in the day. And meanwhile, he was still on his player shit, and he ended up meeting Brandy, which is Lynn Winfield's character, and she ends up being a psycho. So like, and she torments him throughout the whole movie, without giving y'all spoilers if you haven't seen it. But I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. It's a good movie if you haven't. But and it had me thinking about perspective, right? Like, damn, we really do have like we really be on some player shit, like, as guys sometimes. Even women can be players or pimps too, and they got their little roster, so we gotta be careful of that, fellas. So so when we think we playing, we the pimp, we the players, women be too. Let's keep it a buck. So but when I'm watching a movie this morning, it gave me perspective, like, man, I'm tired of playing, bro. Like, and that meaning word player. Like, I'm not I'm not saying that I am one. I'm just saying we all had seasons and times where we felt like we had to be a player. That's all I'm saying. But I think I'm just tired of playing the fact or playing around when it comes to dating. And I really want to lock in with somebody that I care about. And um I think that's the biggest testimonial that I can really give. Like, I feel like this journey I've been on, when this came to healing and understanding myself a little bit better, I think I came a long way. And I think that's what, helps me figure out like what I want to do with myself when it comes to this world of dating. I really started setting more boundaries for myself. I started setting new tones. Like, it should just hit me out of nowhere. It's not like I planned and woke up like, you know what? I don't want a roster anymore. Like, we talked about that previous episodes again. Like, it's just that it doesn't suit my lifestyle anymore. Like, I really want to find somebody, and I know we all do, but I really want to find somebody that really like gets it. You know what I mean? Somebody that I can really confide into and shoot ideas off of. And I got a couple friends and stuff like that that are good to have around and shoot ideas off of. But when you lock in with somebody, like, you have that tie, and it's universally great. Like, you can't beat that. Imagine that though. Like, imagine being with somebody just on a daily basis that you enjoy being around naturally. And honestly, it sucks because I haven't found that or felt that way in a long time. Like I said, I've been around a lot of great people in the last couple years. I've been around a lot of great women. It's just not the women for me. And it's hard to explain, but if you know, right? Like, you understand the feeling that sometimes it doesn't just work out that way. Sometimes you really have to, like, put that energy into somebody for real, and then maybe it might work out the way it's supposed to. But for me, it's just like I haven't found a connection with somebody. Like, I haven't found technically equally yoked or person that I know I could be with. And I'm not saying I'm not trying. That's why I've been telling everybody to take a break sometimes, because so many failed attempts. You're looking at it from a turtle perspective, and you want to be able to have a giraffe perspective on life and dating. So, and why we talk about turtles and giraffe a lot, because of the fact that it's a different perspective. Not saying anything is wrong with the turtle perspective, but sometimes you might need to see things from the ground, and that's okay. So, but we all want to achieve a giraffe perspective because we want to see full view. of everything, just like a giraffe, tall and be able to see the lay of the land and to see the world differently. And sometimes it's okay to have either or, but you always want to graduate to the point where you want to be in the giraffe standpoint. Um, and I think that's just one of the things I've been dealing with, like me just having not the right people around too long. I could tell you this, like I think the my gift and sometimes what could be a curse sometimes is patience. I think patience is a beautiful thing. I think we all need to find a way to figure out what our patience level is. For me, I think the bad part is I always thought, oh, I got patience. I gotta be patient with people. And sometimes when you're patient with people too long, they kind of start to suck the energy out you sometimes. And I think that it's probably the thing that I had to learn the most about being patient because I feel like you can never master it, right? You can something that you just always have to nurture and grow. And then on the back end of it, I had to learn like, yo, sometimes I'm too patient. Sometimes you gotta have a little urgency and get a little pep in your step when it comes to dating. Otherwise, it's gonna pass you by. And or you might have the wrong people in your world and they not even doing much for you. And I realized that lately in the last couple months, I realized that I've been having a lot of people around me that weren't good for me in the position that I wanted them to be in. And and truth to be told, like it's all on me. It's my fault for not being able to recognize that sooner. It's and ain't that when I say fault, that's not like I'm beating myself up about it. It's more like I just needed to be more patient with myself and learn how to be by just myself and not having somebody around just because I wanted to have company and some type of companionship. At the end of the day, this is all we really want, right? At the end of the day, we just want those things. So, companionship, loyalty, trust, honesty, all these things, these characteristics that we want in people, we might not get them off the rip. So, that's why I created the thought about being patient. I wanted to give time and growth to come into play. And but to the downfall, sometimes you just got to know when to get the fuck up out of those situations. And that's where I was struggling at. I ain't gonna hold you. But that's why this episode is called I'm not playing any. I'm tired of playing. I really am. Like I'm not playing anymore and I'm tired of playing. Like these are the things that I find myself just trying to be greater at. So I wish things I wish I could have learned some of these things a little sooner. But dating and healing and loving on somebody and being there for somebody, doing these things as we grow older, it's new things that come into play. So we have to like make sure we, you know, put those efforts in the way we're supposed to. Um, I just noticed that like I'm really not. It's not going the way I planned, and that's okay. I realized that damn, like, what do I need to do personally to make myself better or make myself a better husband for the future, or it's just the little I try to think of the little things first we go on, maybe what can I do to make myself a better boyfriend. So I started to put myself in situations where I'm thinking consciously about the other person I potentially might be dating. Now I'm not falling in love with the potential of somebody. I'm trying to be a better person and have a perspective of somebody that will want to date me. Like I try to think of those things, critically and to make sure that I'm okay. What I mean? Like I just that's why I be feeling like I come up here and talk about these things because it's like shit, ain't nobody else talking about them. Like people scared to talk about the vulnerability of things. So I'm just trying to be a better man. Like everything else in my life is like going the way it's supposed to, career wise, like you know, mental stuff. Like I'm mentally there. Like, but I'm just lacking. I feel like I think we all are lacking in this part. Like we all feeling like we're losing that interaction with one another. And like I make so many funny TikToks and so many videos and shit that make put people in perspective and get people to talking. It's kind of funny though, like because I be starting these conversations off, and it's funny. I can't even go to one of a friend's dinner party without somebody bringing up the podcast, like, and that's cool, like it's just funny. Like sometimes I keep it low key because it's not ideal. I don't know when me and my homegirl was talking about it the other day about how you know the negative connotation or the negative perspective of a black man having or a man having a podcast and in general and what how it looks to people and how it makes people feel. Like man, I'm like, man, I'm just here. I make a podcast about dating and loving. So it's up to you if you rock with it or not. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to figure it all out. Like and I just remember getting into people with it. Like it's I'm sometimes when it comes to dating, I don't even try to talk about the podcast because I always feel like, oh no, this nigga got a podcast. He gonna put me on a podcast. Like anybody trying to hear that. Like I just be talking about the real shit that we all need to be talking about anyway. Like right now, like all of us it's kind of tired of playing. I'm speaking for not just me. I'm speaking for a lot of people and a lot of people I've talked to. We ain't playing. People not playing games no more. People want to have a family. People want to be married. But also, we're the same people that be out here making dating difficult. And imagine that though. Like, imagine if we just stopped playing. I talked about this a long time ago on TikTok too. I was like, what if we take out the game out of it, the game aspect of playing, right? Well, what if we stop doing that shit? Actually started to lock in with people and then we standed on business and boundaries, we wouldn't be going through the shit we were going through. We wouldn't be complaining a lot. I know I used to I had this girl I was talking to and I'm being very vulnerable. Like I said, there's no shade to her per se or anything like that if she ever listens to this. But I just remember dating somebody and they made it so difficult to date them. And it's like and it shouldn't be like that, but I get why some girls would do that. They're trying to weave out the fold niggas, like the niggas that's gonna fold, the people that aren't gonna show up and be real about their intentions. So I could see why she would, play around with the theory that, you know, and play with the theory that I might be a fuck nigga. Like, you know what I mean? I get those theories when girls want to play like that and see if those things actually happen. I get that. But I am not the guy to play with. You know what I mean? Like I'm serious. Like if you can't read what type of dude I am off the rip, you shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't. Let's keep it a buck. Like you shouldn't even be messing with me if you feel like I'm gonna play you or I'm here to humble you. Like she said that to me. Like she said she thinks she didn't give me a chance because she thought I was one of those guys that was gonna try to humble her and put her in her place. Now, was that fair to me? No. Do I get it? Yes, because some people are like that where they try to disrespect women and a girl that feels highly of themselves, some guys will try to put her down to make and put her back in her place from quote unquote her place. And we get that like but at the same time, I never gave her any of that energy. So I'm like her trigger response to me treating her right was to tell me that she dodged me because of the fact that she thought I was going to try to demean her and undermine her to make myself feel better. Like, why do I need to undercut your ass to? And then I mean, it just blew my mind at the time because I was like, I'm just trying to date you, bro. Like, I'm just like, this is our first date. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the shit that we have to go through as guys is insane. I'm not saying that, ladies, don't please forgive me. I'm not trying to say that what y'all go through isn't valid. You know what I mean? I remember one girl telling me she couldn't go to the fucking gas station to give a nigga her number because of the fact that she thought he was going like try something with her, like some crazy shit. Like, so and like I said, we need to protect y'all. Like fellas, it starts with us. It starts with us. We need to protect our ladies a little bit more. So when we try to holler at them, like do the weak ass niggas that do weird shit to women that are like physically abusive or mentally or verbally, those are the fuck niggas. And they make it worse than good men like ourselves. Like they make it harder for us to so we can't even shoot our shot at a woman at a grocery store or a gas station because of the triggers that she might feel because of some other dude. and that's not fair to us. So I'm trying to say, needless to say, I'm trying to say, like, man, we need to be more open. We need to be more open. We need to talk about what we really feel. I know it's hard. I know, I know it's hard, but at the end of the day, like, we need to get this shit together, like, quick, in a hurry. Like, I digress, man, because it's just one of those things where I feel like if people just got out of their own way, things will be good. Now, I'm not saying be delusional and go shoot at anything, shoot your shot at anything, but I'm just saying make more precise and good shots, if that makes sense. Like, I think for me, I'm in this stage. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, and it's gonna be. You gonna make some shot. I'm gonna make some shots, and I'm gonna miss some shots. But I'm in a. I don't want to ever lit my shyness. Granted, you might think I'm bullshitting, but I'm a really shy guy. L- Believe it or not, I'm a shy guy. So naturally, it takes me a lot to warm up to somebody and start, get into a really good conversation and spewing all that shit. It takes me a lot. So when I'm out and about, I'm kind of like to myself. Like, it looks like I'm introverted, but I'm really like a true extroverted person, I guess you could say. So all I'm saying is that I'm in this stage in my right now because if I don't step up and do something, I'm gonna be by myself forever. I'm not my type of trauma isn't by person based. My trauma is more like letting somebody do something wrong to me over and over. And I had to realize that. And I've never been to therapy yet. You know what I mean? And it's something I always felt like I should do. And I'm not necessarily nervous about it. I'm actually intrigued by it because I want to know if my perspective was actually right or wrong. So getting somebody else's opinion, like my friends or maybe somebody professional, that intrigues me. So I confide and lean on my friends. Not saying that my friends are my therapists, but they are a very big help for me when it comes to like shit that is bothering me, whether it's work related, family related, or dating related. But back to where I'm at. I'm in this stage, right, where I call it shooters gonna shoot, and it's like to me, it's an inside joke, right? So if I'm gonna shoot my shot, I gotta do it. Like if I feel enticed to like shoot a shot, whether it be over virtual shit, dating apps. Well, when I say virtual shit, I mean like all of the above, like IG, all that shit. I'm shooting my shot. And if I feel good about it, I'm gonna take the shot. And I feel like that's a good shot. I don't need anybody else's opinion. I don't need to overthink it. I'm in a stage where a shooter's gonna shoot. And I and it's such to me, like since I've it's been a month or so since I've been on this stage, right? And I think I just been vibing with it. Like I fucks with it. Like it's bringing me the type of joy where because I like to laugh. So if I get shot down, it doesn't really hurt me per se, if that makes sense. It's more like, damn, she wasn't fucking with it. And I think that's what women get scared at. They think niggas gonna react like, oh, because I'm a big guy, right? So I'm like, people think I'm gonna react like, fuck you, fuck you, bitch. Like, that's not the vibes. It's okay, have a good night. Take it easy. I'm gonna walk away. You going about your way, I'm gonna go about mine. But the shooter's gonna shoot mentality is something that I've always had in me, but it's like I never really pushed it like I am now. If I'm feeling you, Imma tell you. If I if I'm like if I see something with us, Imma tell you. Why hide that information to waste time? Like I get it on some player shit. I'm gonna be real cool about it. Oh, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, true, true, true. But I'm a you see, like it's a quick switch up. It's code switching in a way for real. But the true me is like, man, fuck all that. Let's go get something to eat. Like, let's talk. Let's go bowling or something. Like, fuck, man, get off. Stop texting me. Pick up the phone and let's talk. FaceTime a nigga or something. You know what I mean? So the shooter's gonna shoot mentality is something I am exploring at this moment. And you know, if I felt like I said, there's rules to it for me. And the number one rule is don't overthink it. Don't think too deep about it. It ain't that deep. She either like you or she don't. And of course, all of us have this thing about where we don't feel like we want to be rejected. And honestly, I'm like, fuck it. Like if she don't, if whatever, bro. Like I'm here. I'm him, regardless. On to the next one. Like but that's why I'm saying sometimes I have to take breaks from going out as much because those will be the times where I feel like I I need to like get my shit together. I need to take a break from dating because I need to worry about something else first. Like I come first. I can't love anybody else if I don't love myself. So I put the energy into myself first. So sometimes that's why I mean y'all need to take breaks. You can't jump from nigga to nigga to get, to and think you're gonna find your husband. You can't jump from chick to chick, women to woman. You can't do that. That shit not gonna work. You gotta take time, reset, refocus, realign yourself, get closer to God. Like, because God is bringing everything possible to you the way way you need it, the way you're supposed to have it. So those are the things that I'm really thinking about that's gonna help me out per se. So I hope like this hits differently. You know what I mean? Like, because my mentality is shooters gonna shoot, and if I'm a shooter, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Otherwise, I need to put the ball down. But the ball is always in your court. So I think that was one of the things that I've been practicing lately and trying to understand and figure out. Um, I'm happy though. At the end of the day, like I'm happy for the breakthroughs that I'm making. Um, I know it sounds like it because I talk about it all the time, but I'm not focusing on the dating aspect. It's just, if I feel enticed to pursue somebody, I'm going to shoot my shot. I'm not going to bite my tongue and hopefully, meet the thing. Like I think God is all about. I know. And let me say this too, because like I think a lot of us is on that too. A lot of us think about the future a lot, as we should, right? But I don't want me thinking about something that ain't happened yet or might not happen dictate what's going on right now. I'm just trying to live in the moment. I think a lot of us should. Um, I think a lot of us dwell too much on the people that hurt us, and I'm one of them. Um, I talk about it a lot, and I kind of like, don't talk about it all the time, but it's being being in a long-term relationship like I was, it still affects me to this day because you think you are healing, right? And you really are healing. That's why it's okay to reflect on things that you used to go through. You just can't let those things consume you. And I'm not gonna lie, I think about my past relationships a lot. And the reason why is because I'm trying to make sure I don't make those same mistakes with the people I meet in the future, or the people I'm talking to right in this moment. Like I don't want that to dictate who I am. You know what I mean? My past shit is gonna ruin what I got going on in my future. I won't allow it. I've worked too damn hard for it to. So my shooter's gonna shoot mentality helps me get out of my comfort zone. It helps me, dictate my real feelings. Like if I'm moved by somebody off of just, not necessarily because I'm a guy, the physicality is gonna move me a little bit. But once I get to starting to know who you are as a person, shooter's gonna shoot. And if you could get past the initial curiosity, I think we got something going on. So shooter's gonna shoot. Say what you want. Say what you feel, because I'm gonna do my thing. You hear me? I'm gonna do my thing. So um it's just one of those things that I've been paying attention to. Like And that's mainly why I brought up a thin line between love and hate, because it's like I feel like those are the lessons that we need to learn. Like, if you care about somebody and you want something real, go chase after it. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you playing around? like, you play around and fuck up and end this in situations like Darnell, if you've seen the movie. So, and I realized that I feel like I consider myself very wise. Why? Because smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from others' mistakes. Even though it's a movie, I feel like I learned so much about that. Like, I'm not saying I'm going around playing with people's feelings like Darnell was in the movie, but I know we've been in I know I've been in situations where I had two things going on, and I was like, whatever is the best for me. And honestly, it's just growth at the end of the day. Like, I just want to talk about just being grown and growing. Like, I crave like real intimacy with somebody, like a real woman, like real intimacy. And then if you know what real intimacy is, you know what I'm not talking about just sex. I'm talking about real, live, grown ass man and woman intimacy. That's what I crave for. Like, I crave for that real relationship, real energy. You know what I mean? Like, I crave that shit. I don't know about y'all. Like, I'm 33, so I want a goddamn kid. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have a family, bro. And I'm not about to be dealing with two baby moms and none of that shit. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not saying to anybody that has that, more power to you. I'm not. And then like, I want to talk about those things. Like, just a real quick thing, right? I had to sit back and think of myself, like, man, I'm trying to be optimistic about a lot of things and a lot of people's situation. And I say this with the utmost respect. I feel like the people I've talked to weren't ready for me. And at first, I was like, maybe I'm not ready to date. But truthfully, I've been doing this shit. I've been talking about shit like this for years. And I think when it comes to stuff like that, if you're not ready, you shouldn't gatekeep somebody. You should really give people the chance to make choices if they want to be there or not. And I don't really fuck with the people that try to gatekeep you, because if it's really, I'll live by the mantra, if it's meant for me, it would be for me effortlessly. And if people really wanted you, they'll be there for you. If they really wanted you, and now I hate to talk about this too, but nah, I don't hate it. I actually want to bring it a light to it. Like, we got to normalize this, right? We have to normalize leaving people the fuck alone. And let me make sure the mic is perfectly here when I say it. We need to normalize leaving people the fuck alone. And what I mean by that is, these are some of the boundaries, right? This is like one of my biggest boundaries. And if you can't communicate with me, we shouldn't be talking. Simple as that. For example, if we if we're in the middle of a conversation, I text you, granted, it might be something chill. Something that's not too deep, something that requires a response, and you decide not to respond to that, whatever the case may be. Now, we live in the real world. Things happen all the time. I'm good at giving grace, but I'm big on the I'm not double texting you shit. I'm a one call, one text nigga. So if I call you, you don't pick up. If I text you, you don't respond to the text. I'm leaving it right there. Now, don't get it wrong. There's no beef. I don't want anybody out there thinking that I have beef with you. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So, like, I don't care about any of that. I'm more about respect and honesty, right? So like, and that's a boundary for me. I'm not double texting nobody. Like I can talk about not double texting somebody all day long. I can talk about this shit all day because it's happened multiple times before. And I'm like, we live in a modern era. Everybody's got their phone on them. Everybody got this shit right here next to them every day. Every day. So I don't want to hear any of that bullshit like, oh, you know, like maybe I should send. I used to think about that shit. Like I used to be like, man, let me text them back. Let me see if maybe they just did get the text. No, they got that fucking text. I'm sorry, they got that call. It's a small chance now with the phones and depending on where that person was or depending where you were that they didn't get that call or that text. They got that shit. They just chose not to respond to that shit. And now we have to normalize that. We have to normalize people not putting you at priority. They put your ass on the back burner and forget about you. Now I get it. I'm not saying you gotta text me. I'm not the type of guy that's not reasonable. Like I'm talking about the reality of this shit. Like, let's talk about the seriousness. Like people do what the hell they want to do, and we be letting them slide, bro. And that we normalize letting people slide sometimes, and it's okay to let them slide sometimes. But it's times where people take you give them an inch or two, and they take a fucking mile, and that's not how life's supposed to work, especially in the dating world. Like, if you busy, communicate to me that you're busy. If you're not feeling me, communicate that you're not feeling me. It's okay. You don't gotta give me a long spiel sometimes. I just need to hear the magic words that I just don't fuck with you. You're cool, but I just don't fuck with you. And I noticed I know I have to speak to the ladies on this because I get sometimes because we all ghost. So a lot of people ghost, men and women. I just found it more common on the women's side to ghost men or just completely ignore men when it comes to text messages. Y'all be the ones in your phone that got about 400 unread text messages. Now that ain't got shit to do with me. You clear this shit out. Because when I text you, you better respond to me. I'm saying that's friends, family, and fucking lovers. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound inconsiderate. I don't know what was going on in your life, but that's the point of communication. If you could tell me what's going on in your life, you good with me. Like if you could communicate, hey, I'm just going through a lot right now. I need some space from you. Okay. Like, you see how easy that was? Like, okay. And sometimes, like I said, I give grace. Sometimes you just can't communicate that shit at that moment. But everybody has their phone in their hand. Am I lying? Am I wrong? Or have I been living under a fucking rock this whole time? Just saying, bro. Just saying. That's why I say people make dating harder than it needs to be. Damn, let me clip this shit back on actually. I've been fucking with this shit the whole episode. I'll probably go right back to just using the tripod thing, the handheld. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier, but holding that shit onto your chain and shit, this shit hard as hell. Like, but fuck it, we here. Sorry if that shit's down a little muffled, but yeah, like everybody has their phone in their hand, and I'm not taking that shit. Honestly, I'm starting to as I get older, I'm feeling starting to take that shit as disrespect. like, it's disrespect, but we not beefing. You do whatever you got going on in your life is more important. Got it. Just remember that you're gonna be single fucking forever if you do shit like that to people. Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying you gotta be real with yourselves too. Like it's better to tell people. I had to tell my homegirl to stop ghosting niggas all the time because some people they deserve it. Some of the niggas that I've seen her talk to deserve it. I get that. Like if somebody getting abusive and they calling you out your name and this and that, you can block them. I'm just saying, let's be honest with people. Give people the chance to have a reaction to it. I guarantee you, 9 times I was oh, let me back up. 8 times out of 10, you're going to get somebody that's going to be like, all right, I feel you, I understand. Because it's a lot easier. But I'm challenging people to have those difficult conversations with people. It's gonna be times when you gotta talk to your own kids and have difficult conversations. If you can't talk to another grown ass person about a difficulty that you have with them, how the fuck are you gonna date? How you gonna have kids? How you gonna? Oh, I guess it's different because they're your kids. I'm sorry. I might sound like I'm in my feelings a little bit because the shit bothers me. And then see how I'm having a difficult conversation with myself, well, with y'all. I guess once you hear this episode, like, yo, stop being weird. Like, tell people how the fuck you feel. My biggest pet peeve. I don't want to be left on a cliffhanger. I don't want to know. I don't want to have the woulda, coulda, shoulda, what the fuck might have happened type feelings. I don't got time for that shit. We don't got time for that. If you don't like us, you don't like the situation or dynamic that we have. Let's talk about it. Now, if you don't like me enough to even have that conversation, just have a simple conversation. Hey, I'm good on this. I just think we're not aligned, whatever the case may be. And then I'm gonna leave your ass alone. Oh, newsflash. You're not the only person in the world. Like, it's okay. It's okay if things don't work out. I really truly I believe sometimes things fall apart. Oh, sorry. I believe good things fall apart so better things can fall together. I really truthfully feel that. Use that line, that bar I just gave you, and use it to whatever makes you feel comfortable. I just know personally that I rather have a difficult conversation and it shows my growth versus me disappearing on somebody and going ghost on them. And or if you're going through something, just send that text out. Like, yo, I'm going through something, man. I'm gonna try to get back with you in a couple of days. I might shoot you like, hey, how you doing? Text, are you okay? And then, if you don't respond to that, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, fuck am I supposed to do with that information? Because you didn't give me a choice to really like see it and grow from it. So we here now. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you are dealing with somebody that it's time to be honest with them. Like, if you really want them or not, it's time to be honest with them. I've been through too many situations where I felt like I had to defend myself. For what? Because I didn't like how things went. Like, or because you were being weird towards me and couldn't tell me how you really feel. Like, that shit weird, bro. We need to stop that shit. So, with that being said, I leave y'all with that. Try to be better than what we were. Like, make things easy. Dating's supposed to be fun. I say this shit all the time. Dating is supposed to have a great experience. But at the end of the day, some things just might not work out the way it's supposed to. But it's okay to openly communicate that. For the record, I don't have to ghost you or disrespect you and not hit you back to not to tell you that it's not working. You know what I mean? Like, it's better. It's better that way. You want to be so think of it like this. If this helps, dating karma is you want to have good karma in the dating world because the shit that you did to somebody else, somebody's going to do it right back to you. I mean, that's life. Say la vie. I'll leave y'all with that. I wish y'all all the best in your dating worlds. I hope everything comes together. Me personally, some weeks I need to take breaks. Some weeks I'm just shooting shots, and it's been fine. You win some, you lose some, but your ass definitely gonna live to fight another day. Um, Shoot is gonna shoot. Simple as that. I hope all of this works out for y'all, and I hope you vibing with this episode. Let me know what y'all think about it when I drop it. Hit me in the comments here on YouTube, TikTok. What else I got? Instagram, Twitter, Threads. The list keeps growing, bro. It keeps growing. It keeps growing. But like I said, I love y'all, man. I hope all of y'all are doing well. I hope you're finding the ones that you love. I'm happy for you if you are just holding it down dolo like I am, or if you find true love. It's a war going on outside. We ain't safe from, but I'm just calling for peace, honestly. I'm a wordsmith if you ain't noticed. But nah, man, I love y'all, man. This is a wonderful day. It's nice outside. Go touch grass. If you're healing, continue to grow and heal. Don't be in the house too long. Get outside the house and enjoy your vibes, man. Enjoy the day. You're not gonna find your husband being in the house. Fellas, you're not gonna find your wife being in the house. It is what it is, man. You know? I wish y'all the best though. It's your boy Brandon, and this is another episode of the I'm Just Saying podcast. I love y'all, man. Peace.